Hello, 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 Ebusiafo. How are you guys all doing? Obia ho te same. Ekuya Sika ni o. Ekuya Sika is live. And I hope that you guys are all doing good. Ekuya Sika me ho ye pa na ene mabape epesi ebedi nkomo bi. Na ansa na me de nkomo ne be hihye so no. I wanted you guys to do me a favor. Sa asɛm a meba abɛkan wobenya mu aba bi a mepaw kyɛw mesrɛ w'ani die mu a share this video na wo nua bɛrima bi a ɔwɔ baabi bi a wonnim koraa sɛ ade ebehia no a ɔno nso betie bi na watumi afa mu aba bi na ɔno nso de ato ne kotodwe mu na ɔde abɔ bra no na aboa no mesrɛ mo ɛno yɛ dikan. 2 follow page no. Subscribe to the page, both here on Facebook no, and YouTube. Mo also amutie nkomo na mo nkonko subscribe to YouTube channel ni nyina ma hye mo nyina mo nso. Mo me mesrɛ mo. Na yem propagate message no, mo bi SS wonya bibia nso so no. Wonya bi. I beg of you guys. You are the only ones that would do this for me. I love you all so much. Entino meba be commercial break 1 minute meba na chese kobo no ye de ahihye so. Good afternoon, good night, good evening, good morning. Minim time abo e wo ba bi a wo nso me chia wo. Ekuya Sika nie. 1 sec.
Sika educate, yeah, what Facebook, YouTube, and Insta. Sika educate, yeah, cassava, abundant, our real impunto. Sika educate, or don't come up, run, yeah, who are true. Sika educate, Unyani baby, Sika educate. It's like a page, you know, I am vibe. But more than YouTube, ho, subscribe it. Sika educate is the name. All a man them so they come for inspiration, motivation, modern education. For Canada, when it's here, or don't come or Ekusika deba. For Canada, Bema Jai, or don't come or Ekusika deba. Sika educate, yeah, what Facebook, YouTube, and Insta. Sika educate, yeah, cassava, abundant, our real impunto. Sika educate, or don't come up, run, yeah, who are true. Sika educate.
Abusia, maba, makoda me ho amaba, me di asakakra. Afei, let's have this conversation. Let's get it on. Anti abusia. Me nua ketewa wodi machi kitikiti kra no obisa me question bi ene o si sese no ase cheating no first no na ese hihye kokoa mu baby, but these days no people are cheating in broad daylight without any shame. Eye dia kra nti na nipa sese enipa ati kensen asikuro ni e cheat sa. Esansa aware wo hoi se ne nyankopon hyehye no no enko hyehye ne se nka bema ene ne yire oba wo mo betena aka omuti abom aye honam kro no ma dom ho akosi wiase awieye na efei ede ba ade ne yehuni ede ba asem kra na ntisese ekoso ama sese enipa bone ahye yetirimu masa asem obisa ame no nukrenie medwen ho kakra. Na mama ne answer, but me pese ma answer different times. So see, maybe can ha na chese message in the inti na me se mesrew share video na subscribe Facebook ni YouTube na edi no a Sika educate na chese ye de ahihye so. Inti nkomo me pese ye di ne no eno no. But before I go on, I want to define love, edokra no any day. Na me de enam se me pesa me mema me explanation nti no makohwe no wo Facebook ye friend say internet so and na menya definition of love or see wodo is a very strong feeling of affection that you have towards somebody that you are romantically or sexually attracted to. Ti edono definition baako a ye ma ye no no ebi nso kire mu say do ya ade bi a e ma we selfless we are dear you know you give your whole self and are committed to ade a wonni ulterior motives bia with the do and a would da odo na di by wo actions a wo ye nti na chese ye hwemu a odo ye selfless selfishness bi ani ho edo no nso so no eya na nkofo bi akwadwene se enam se wuyi wuyam do nti no se bi nkreduasa wagimi Oh, Sister Sheila say our counselors are busy telling us to stay in marriages even when our husbands are cheating on us. Sister, you better say no, but you define odo okay, ya can edikan. But e dear ben near masa and a kofa cheating no ediba in the first place. What are some of the reasons why people feel say it's a so no cheating? Why? To me, the first thing is that say circumstantial and situational relationships. And when I say you aware no se ne nyankopon tete ho no wo institute marriage ne se enye no enye sa ne ne etie edo de nke wahia bema ana bema hia oba ne ni age no ho wasi ne pe wapene wo ma stadium ho omo se ba bia o ma bra abonete no ebo abra enti on betimi aye ama na yeye ene wo mu mienu e ka yeti abomu aye honam kro na ya ba betena na chese aware no an se wo mu ko na fe the two of them seek each other's desires and interests e wo relationship no na ba ko nso de ne ho koka ba ko ho a na chese union na ba ye mpejaye e de amma fa no ni nyina sa na me de committee ase ese nyankopon instituting marriage any relationship sen kenye then so enede ne ehunu. Number 1, circumstantial relationship na me kan. First one they say enkeka ne yen ya yegu abrochire bro yechi we women be ma bi betimi ehunu say sister Aisha o wonkrata edan a aban di ama na watim hwe adwuma bi a yese wo ye nurse yese wo ye lawyer yese wo ye judge yese wo ye teacher ni ne salary ye papa it is sister me pretend na me de manu kofa fa no a manso de odi wa no fa o ho anche na to say no anu no itina brat akache na ba wode na no aba abefefa ho ama na ye ode enche wode wo free se edo ne ye do kan e na wode wo ho e kwa akwagim se na be ma no watena se aye ho plans o wasisi aye wo ho calculation abra wonim and so would we yam fine wakuma mu han and I would co relationship ni nti would to him no what don't tebe wejimi because you are loving really and truly but it's not the same on the other side. And no you're number 1. Number 2, mumu bi ohono mu a mema ne ba ye ban anaso oba ne ba wo ban krata bia wo hwehwe ya wuwu ni bie enunti ene nipa no opese wo ka ne ho e de ben wo na enye se do bi so opese wo ne wotena bi. Some people go to the extent to say nkrata nti no wo bede na no befefa ho mo be ware nkrata so ni ade nyina efe wo no say me ho kani say ye be ma say ye oba but cases na bebre ye beto me inbox no a lot of it has to do with women who have been cheated and are victims of cheating by a mema. Na cheating no enya so kopimpim cheating ko o kwasiebuo ankasa eho asem na meken enti oba no de waware ne kan no kra ne nyame animie ena wawa no no ne netie na omawo be ma ne nim se won pe o but won na wo mamiensa efe didimu a oba ne timi ho se asa mi kunu yi watwe ne ho afiri me ho ne niye ne suban bi kra asesa not knowing say ne nsaso na chi wanya paper wo ba no ho wode ne kra wo mema miensa but ne yire e wo Ghana wone ne nso wo manan And ti say na wanya nkrata no wodi ayo akwa ne yire afirifie e de aba. E na say wo ba no a nkoye ne yire won nkrata so wo ebro n'achi no. Wagya na si ho with nkwala miensa. Sister ye wo a e de na obeye. Sister Sheila say lack of trust. No trust no ifri hin. How does trust develop? Won say obi beka say o ene bia wanto bo ase amfa nhwehwe nipa no ho yie wanto bo ase amfo wani anto fo ma hwe niema bi ba se nkofo no maba these days no some people have mastered the skill of pretense to the point that it only takes the Holy Spirit of discernment. So betimi ahwe sa ade nim na nyankopon be bie wani amwo hu se nipa yi we pretender. Nenye sa pa na se wo pese wo di wani human natural eyes ya di budia anka be ma no dododo me ma no omo pa de age afri ma ho no sebi impre dia san wo ka se they should lick your ass kra wo be ye obesi wo niema obededa wo form e de no wonye ma e man so no. Those of us who acts of service is a love language for no, we fall for those things very easily because ye ma bibri no e yesa. It is not necessarily about a sikaniama with the many pan now they are drawn, no, but the fact that we are near me being kitty the buano na so neni because near me na netisa. Then me who say a trick no, or who says I dear any a weak spot. And as they say, they are capitalizing on that thing and omudinya ye mubi bibli. E ya rehusempa. Very, very sad. Until no ya dear. Edikan na ade biom nso so e wo ho ne se nti wa hwe sister situation ya making kolamiensa papa ne nim se won pe eno wagya ne ho with 3 kids eno one ne yire ne ne manan e wo ho. You see, what a lot of people don't realize is that what goes around comes around, and we are number 1 and number 2 no karma, they say, is a bitch. Nti se wo ye obi ade na ufri se wafa ho adi wafa ho atiti mu a eyemre onyankopon wo fa ne bo na se wo to a eya won to ne immediate wo to ne bo ase e gada momentum e hyehye ne shoulder ne ye se ne be ya wo to bo no a e be kan ho nam nyina. He also gives people the opportunity so omo be sakra no omo hu sa ade na omo aye ne nye na omo benya nuhu. I say, oh, fisa ye gangalea, fisa with your sure nyansa dear, wouldn't kwana wobi dear, near 2 born near 2 e fekeke. E ma bi wo ho a e ma titiri no. Yen senya me kan ye no. Senya yen your relationship and falling in love in city and it is not just based on any suhadihunu. It is something that is deep seated in our hearts. And I'm not saying say man now so near ye. Womo so kokko grab near man womo so ho. Enti e ka ma de ne e ka man so de. But for now no me ka ma de di kan say. What men forget and they say ma ye do deeply. Those of us who are actually seriously and no creso e kodomuno. We love with everything. Your hands, your head, your heart, your chest, your bibia, and our deco relationship. Enti nipa no obu kwasiasa no wode wo fasa akwan so se bia woni nipa na tena mfie bebre wadi no kra ma nipa ko na se all of a sudden nko hu se nipa na ko wo miensa enan mienu ba ko wo wachi a. It is a big betrayal for a lot of us women. And some people are never ever able to recover from that. And maybe to me depression the ko womb. Sister Aisha says some men are never satisfied no matter what. And also that is how I see it. Because when you mean obi wo ho a obeka say me yere no on no me enough. And so obey, yes, yahu aduane, uba be mu maniye, be won't found won't come in that, and so still you will still go and cheat. And no be na minya bay walking. Na me hwehwɛ mu yɛ mpɛnsɛmpɛnsɛ mu no, and speaking to some of the guys I me, omo wɔ around me, omo wɔ me life mu no, a common trend that I'm hearing they say some people just mimic what they see say omo parents omo ye. And mmarima ne bebree asese omo aye cheaters no. Wokɔhwɛ mu a ne papa nso yɛ ne maame saa. Ye papa nom ne ye nananom abrabo a na omo di tim wɔ Ghana no. That is it. Wɔne ne wo maame anaasɛ wo nana tena kama. Wo maame wo nana yi ne yam dedɔɔ no. Me say, me nana bɛrima bi wɔ hɔ no mu a. Ɛnɛ wanya ne baabi kɔ. Wɔba a wɔyɛ ne ho adeɛ hyɛ ne kawa. Ɛyɛ me nana ba a wɔ me side of family no. Me nana anyɛ ɛfrɛ ne sɛn cheating sɛm bi anaasɛ biribia. So ɔno deɛ waba aware a ɔba abɛsom. And so she dedicated her life in service to me nana bɛrima. Ɛdɔɔyɛ, ne woyɛ, ɛbrɛɛyɛ nkɔlaa yi ho. But wedding n'akyire no. Me nana bɛwo ne ba a wodi kan no. No ɔbaa foforɔ nso awo. Ɛde ama me nana no. Within 2 months of each other no. 2 women, Mrs. no, ɛne side chick. Obiara wo baako. Wɔsan bɛhyɛ me nana ba nyinsɛn second one no akɔhyɛ ɛwɔ no ho anso so. Until within 3 years there were 4 children. Mmaa mmienu. Me nana ba yi wɔ nwɔtwe. Nwɔtwe n'akyi no. Sese deɛ me nana wayɛ old cargo wɔ mpɛ biem. Wɔsan kɔfa slim things bɛtena afie hɔ. Ɛne ɔno nso wo nsia. Na din kra yɛde toto nkɔlaa no. Wotie mu a na kyerɛ so wɔde bɔ me nana ba no wɔyɛ Mrs. no sitting wife no wɔde bɔ na kutia. Edin no a wɔde ma nkɔlaa no me kurom kasa mu no wokyerɛkyerɛ mu a ɛyɛ kutia ɛna no wɔbɔ me nana no. Ɛkasa me nana wɔn wo dan so no a wo nwɔtwe. Enti mmarima ne bebree having grown up with this kind of life no, even though they know say it is dysfunctional no. A lot of these guys went to me and aba ensua nyansa from products na efiri awo no ho being say afi no ma be have brothers and sisters bebree na wentwi bebree abeda ho no. Some people are not able to learn sa nyansa no. Sa ade a me papa ye eno na ekofa sa ade we baaye enti ensese me ye the same thing. Wono nso banyini a obedru ne mpani mfie so a wono nso so relationship mu no. No asan repeat history ni bio. It's what I'm finding with a lot of people. One fact of the matter, so say, in this day and age, a lot of us lack discipline, human discipline. And what one kasa boy, you share your home. Say value beyond nasubi. And then wedding, marriage is not worth it from celebrity to wine. Obi to me worry 3 months no die. Masanko worry for flow. Me mo be a din Ghana ikra celebrities ne womo almost yes or me honey. How many times have certain people been married? How many times? Obi to me worry 6 months no die na ni nyina nam social media no asanko fa foforo. And the sad part of the whole thing, so they say, those moral values na me ya koladi committee teenage monomi who say na wo Ghana ne your parents no try so ombe instill in yen say you mie wo toto ma obia ye de ensa eye adwuma din di nye sika ma ye ho no. Now all those values have been watered down into nothing. Into baba ho unim se wono school no woko ebia obaba o university Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology ana so Legon Cape Coast any private university say bu nyina bi kra no a unim se oba no wo na wo ma ni sika kra de aduane die aduane a wodi ne ho nyina wo as a parent no you are the one that provides all these things for oba no. Enti se oba wanya 20, 21, 22. Now all of a sudden no oba ba ne de Range Rover ne Mercedes Benz befia. As parents, do you even ask oba ne say sister na sa de we ukonya ne he? Why na toma o efri he? Because 9 times out of 10 no obaba no wakobata obi aware hu papa no bi no odi na chi o. But how many of us ask these questions to our children? How many? Why na yes, sir? That is one side of it. And near man so anansen ebi abeba ne say na me de my needs are not being met. Be ma bi ho no mu a the reason for cheating is oba no styles bi a me pese wo ye no me yere ne mpese wo be ye ntina makofa na chi a me ni obi enso so yo ukotie style no nso so a sister obukura befu eneme ma no maba no na no hye. Some of the things that I'm about to say are just so disgusting, like I can't think far. But obi di abeto me inbox mu say ni kunu epeso of fa na chi sebi mpre di asa baby a yeja ye nan fa no one penny ninti no e na ni kunu si oh okay se no de wonya ya wa abontene wose wo beyo enti me nso so abeye me fantasy e ade asese mani gye ho ampese me ye enti no wuntimi mfa ma me na wonye ne sa ade a ene hunu ne se mbe fa boafo aka ho obi aseme kondo se meye trumu niama no a wo beyo ama me. That is somebody's reason for cheating on the year when na tena be say 13 15 years awu mu ma be say miensa na say 9 because the year man now you know what obi reason no eno no eno nkonkoto it is say ye tia say na friend say ye mpini gay so ene ye mpini hwan so no etiefo mi bisamu o adie ya papa yi wo pese wone ne yiri ye ya ne yiri mpini ene ade asebisabi o ma mienu ananse mema mienu kan etibo mu ayeye nsonsono ye ben pa na dem. What is the difference? Bi ansonsono ye dem ane se be ma ni oba be ma ne pese wo de koso oba no to no oba ne mpini. That is the only difference. That oba no si onya, it is disgusting to her. What's you onya? Where yasem? Brother, sister. And no, it's one of the things that is going on. And my money be cry even go above and beyond. And then some of the things you hear are mind blowing. Morals near the difference womb. But they say Ghana memani so yebi. Memani be a honomoa. Yes, it be the open relationship into a new vanity. But it drew so an ne ba be shiamu one nemu or see one sound coffre will be so in a dear mecha home. Quadruple some no monyo. Bema see your baba consono. Into when your fantasy be says so a dibi cocky home. Into a percy a sanko fa couple ni be becca home, not as a bema near banty, who could no back could do be no sukunun swabe yo, not munina. Lord have mercy. But all of these things are going on within your community. Imagine so say obabesia young girl na ne papa asema make ye Ghana asem na make you nya brochi asem Ghana story na me dey mamu wo imagine say wo na wo papa si o woni abrantie bi na ye adwuma abrantie no hwe na ni da fom ti sister Sheila me pese woni ne nante me introduce boy na ma ye adwuma wo me company wo ye adwuma din ti pese woni ne ko na mo hwe se nia mo be ya ma nafa na sister Sheila jipenie na woni guy no start din kita ho ni ade girl no so nyamesuro woni munti no wose won fa so kopempem ne ma be ma no kosi se waye ne ho ade awie nti eno ane se wo mo ye na fofo ne guy no be makodidi no de na ba ne ade nti on de ne ni agea mo hu ne onya no ho efe be se afe eno mo ware ye wedding kakra nyasem kitwa wedding ye chi na efe so kopempem license ya je awie ni emfa nkobo so a oba ne so be ma ni mu o se na mabre ena nura me kokukuru die be ena me sisi ya me ya ena machi ya ne ya wo mo ye ya honeymoon ni nyina sister na ehu hwe no mo de be fie asemi to aso abusu me be ye sensia tem bi oba ne be ka se wa ready be ma fa ne ho nka no ani kunu se wonyo wa bre iti afi no oba na start suspect se anya bia me kunu ne ho wo ho ana se problem bi wo ho ana se wo mo tena senso na ye so de san komo ne beba pe na be ma na twa afaso no ko ti asemi ha sister ya che ama weekend bi die wo ma ne papa ba besra wo mu wo ba bi o mo to akotena askopo no na mo papa ne papa oba ne papa bai nti oba ne papa ye ne ho se ba wo ba no wo ba be siesie asem no na o maka no ma hwe ba bi asem no e kwa akosie ade asa sister nada oni ni ko ni order na ni kunu da ne nchen nti anaju da suo mu be se 2 am ho ba bi no ana oba ne ma ne ho so se mi kunu na me nchen na de na esi owen nti o so sorry kwadwu so ye no wonam wo he ba bi a what's going on efie ni mu a friend is awanyi so efe spare room no guest bedroom na wonim se ne papa dan what noises bi wo ho se oba bi ni bema bi ye bibi na obi mu ni odinani kotetempu mamu no ohra ni kunu ne papa and a sister and yes so when say o catch it I don't have to tell you what else happened it is a saying no this is where Ghana has gotten to cheating where they are cheating on another level wo papa any wo kunu asem way why na catch it no who is going to even believe say asem a wo ken eye nokre anase enye nokre but it is happening. And these are all stories. Me see asem a me catch it we. Enya abrochire, enya America, enya Canada, enya UK, Ghana, nkran Ghana asem na me catch it we. And a sister yako confide in obi. These are the things that are happening behind closed doors, my darling. Eresi, enyama ekoso. Wonyame, wonhunu ye mobo. Nti asem we mo wa ha nyina obi ankyere me how do you solve a problem like Maria that story we no how do you solve it e dey na be hwan kra na wo ko ka kyere na ma na gi atum say ye no kure who fine but it is happening emema ni bebre wo hono mu a o se na oba no kra no wo sondodo e na ni mu ye medu eno nti na esesa me kofa na chi because on kuntunu ne mu no wanye ni sei mami a wo se wonyo me yire kra no ye boring and on dressi and on siesie ne ho eno nti na medjai ami bisa wo emra na wo si ne pa na odi ne ti sebe kraman ne de na wo nhunu se won dressi at that time no wenya mfa ma wo no eno de na de nti na wodi akire why is it that all of a sudden something that has been good enough for you for years not all of a sudden no enye good enough for you bi o mesi say no morals any value bia wa yen society ni mu bi eno ya de edikan ena number 2 no nso so no ebuo dignity and respect sister Sheila kan ye no any discipline yesese wo yenye nipadua mu no te se ni nyina ate ayera nti aware ye kokokoso na nsen nyina no emu duduo no a ofa mudu a ebi emu nwotwe de a circumstantial relationship and a situational relationship nti ene nipa no wone ne dofo ni so called dofo no wo mutie emema ne man nyina sese obi kra reason o dey worry ni se Sister Marian busia me hwe asika wom ti obey me de me ho ko bata ne ho na me ya ne papa beboa yen obema ye dwetire ne de ahye business ase enye pewo enye do wo sika na ewo fie no eno wo hwehwe That is what is happening these days. That is what is happening these days. Sister Resi say, it's obvious her father made her marry the guy to cover up their fake lives. Exactly. You nailed it, my darling. She should leave the marriage as soon as possible. Exactly. Sa pepepe. Sa pepepe. Sister Marian so say, the man needs bullets in the head, I swear. Sister. Are serious? Asɛm a ɛrekɔ so, nneɛma a ɛrekɔ so wɔ yɛ Ghana community no mu ɛnnɛmmerɛ mu, ɛfiri nkran de bɛsi baabi bi a metie yi bi no, sister, ehu. But this is what is going on. And the whole premise and the basis of this whole thing is a lot of us just don't understand what it means. The whole meaning of the word loving somebody, to say, doesn't exist anymore. How can you even know? Say, enipa yi a wo pepoti si wo domi eye nokre anase nye nokre. How can you tell? Suban wo hoi ye ntrombo obi anim. Wakwa akuhu se nipa asomasi se asem a wo kan nyina akra anye nokre wo nome. How do you tell? How do you tell? Life has gotten so crazy these days. Say, some of the things that human beings want to use as reason for leaving a marriage does not even make sense to me anymore. Sebi mpreduasa. Toto yi ambenyame boy say bagaya enedaho. So where did this whole crazy thinking about to say at the end of share no e want use ne purpose no e ho and just e ho no wakwa akunya tinka. I mean, when I think about it deeply, I can't understand it. I can't, because at the end of free hope, it's not very sightly. And to be honest with you, that is not the reason why Sadian, your boy, a wire for human escrital, and yakotie a dabreno. Must say, na baso. Menam fufuo bebre etete aware a yakununum efe yachi because oba ne se wonye nti be ma ne se esi beye na bontene nti no meduru ho no so a mekwa kope ho ompa shipo. And a lot of you women haven't empowered yourselves enough. Inti eba ne sa no a you have nowhere to go. Inti the cheating is going on because in a way, we ourselves as women so are enabling it to continue to happen. Because the same way, people get angry, people throw temper tantrums, people say I'm being heartless because me can be my man. But no. The way the world is today, we are bad. That's a one person or be maybe I do when nimbe yes a form. Wopesi yenye buo ene nidie de ma wonne abrabo ne asetena ne mu a sister before obekwa aware na ese opa wonsa no adwuma bi ye. You have to have a means of earning money for yourself. Those of you who are sitting in relationships me kunu se mentena fie mumu bi ho no mu a wako SS awie ebi a wako polytechnic awie anaso wako vocational school bi awie wako university awie kuta degree ebi mu kwa wo masters ni PhD minimum obi a wo ye lawyer mapa asani kunu se mentena fie na me nhwe fie me kunu wo sika ntino metena fie enun tino abrabo na ebimsi basa niema e basa ena mode wo ho. I'm asking you, if you don't have a means of earning money, now tifie uhia piota wono a uhia sanitary towel wono a upe toothpaste de atwitwi ose wono a upe sa o hye Brazilian hair wono a makeup ono a Aduane a wobedi agu yam kra wo no a 6 day. Be man fa wachi a. What rights do you have? So betia because what tia when baby a woko. If you had the option to be able to do something about it, you can make sure say ma you bet tena ho ama saa de na toa so asisi. Enti wo nso so no wo relationship no mo for nya wo nso wo benya free mu nti because you refuse to do something for yourself. Sister Resi said, a story I read on a page I follow. The woman has been married to this man for 5 years, and throughout these years, it's been anal sex that the man does. Now the woman wants to give birth, and the man is not ready to use the correct route. She now wants to cheat because she needs this child, and this is so sad. The fact of the matter is that sister, Bearman no a downfo no so oba no ko ware ye no. Bearman wo hwe no a, oye turumufo ni bia. Na ebia abusua a wobo would never accept him say wo yes afo ni bia. It is sister no is just a victim of circumstance. He's just married to him, to her, to cover up nia waye. Enunti no, he is never ever ukomu a obehun se oba no kra no one ne yesa no nyo no nko a. Ofa mema ene omoye. And if you're caught up in this kind of a relationship, won so say wonu cheati, won so pese wo kofa na chikoye no nti say woni ne nso no ye be mpa na damontem. And these are some of the things that I'm talking about. Yeah, manakwa akoye sepem se marriage no kra na so ni mfaso obi abiemu. Ushi obi a na wa manaba be service o no okọ ne baby. That is how things baby am near make kakono. That is how it's beginning to look. And it takes us as women taking a stand and saying to make these things stop. Because in business, there will be a friend of supply and demand. Ufri se bema every wechi. Eko Mr. Sister Akosu ya hosu okope biayo. Sister Akosu ya mpesa me fa wo wechi. Ena nka Sister Akosu beka se debi ama mpene, efia mpene, ya mpene a. Na se kuya ni adwa ni abna mu nyina mpene a. Won't he come back home? One penny baby ntina. But the fact of the matter is that demand na wo ye no. Yen nuanom ma bi wo ho nso so aye supply. And for as long as there is a supplier for demand, this thing will continue to happen. Minim satiti abreso nyina, these things were there, but the rate at which things have become so rampant, amen, if any payen and nisu yagani with no shame. Sister, let me say because these things are really mind-boggling. It drives me bonkers thinking about it. Edonwa Nyankopon Institute yese yen sua se ne yen ni ye ho betena ne adoye ho doesn't exist anymore, both male and female. Yen man bi nso wo ho no mu a oba wasi so. Who want 10 fingers? There's nothing wrong with you. You're not sick. Won't say, who bet me the aye drumadin, the pretty wood dear at the amount, but no, there is an easier way. Papa no ho. See, mube brave or no more. Ya got tired in Crawford, dear. Any edge. I got tired of Bikunu and a hoji. And some women are so stupid. What time who now origin so near be papa be no idea. What time who no origin will see one why comfortable. A good be aware and causing somebody else pain. And also a need a shahin. Because we don't celebrate in Sardinia yadi Juma. And people being truthful and honest and satisfied with the little they have. It is a me mekuya metihoe na se menya 40 me see danda me ni asase dwuma me ye bia me ye dwuma o Ministry of Highways wo Ghana market ya boso me ye 2000 Ghana cedis yemfa ne sa na se me nua ba afoforo bi de wono de one papa fo no akwakoyo wasi dan mienu wasi abrosan mienu wati Range Rover mu wati RAV4 mu a enemre mu no ye wo buo de masa enipa no esine me mekuya mete me ba bia mama me 2000 na so mani ebia me 2000 no kiosk ne timi siye ana se metimi aye blocks esi 1 bedroom enu mu na metie no na am se me de no enye estate dan enye East Legon de ni bia na enye dan a chese ehofo de ni bi no ntimi de sesei no se nipa no a watimi asi dan mienu yensa enan obi timi begina so social media. So I'm 29 years old and I own 5 houses and I have one cars and then nipa budget so yo oh yes, good, well done, good and faithful servant. Atekwe sika menya mfie aduonan na me de mahoden epre nia medie e de ama me ho na bia kakra na ewo ho no atakpa me dan ne timisi a ye ni buo ni die bia de mame ye de buo ni die no ma nipa no a wo ye papa no wodi na hemu akwakoje no na wutimi siesie wo ho na wo hye false hair no ne false eyelashes ni ade no na de si ho a no de we don't want to call that prostitution no de nya shawe ni bia because we ye na ni breast won kosaline. But at the end of the day, same means to the same end. So what is the difference? Adentina ni obi asiesie no ho hyerepedi akwaje 6-bedroom house. Ene ni obi ahye straws. Edinam abonten so asaline se yemefa no na die ntina nsonso ye dem nyina ye. Ashawo kuro ya. There is no difference. Absolutely none. But today, the people that do those things, and some of them are ironically in the limelight. That is what society celebrates and upholds these days. Our values, rich African Ghanaian culture na wo ho e kire so ba ka wonan bosso kosisi wanya be me bia we dimu a we deserve ya sa na wa bie mu no sese eko there are morals have gone down the toilet, both male and female. Nyina nso so fapem no aye yen parents. Those of you who are married and having children, what values and ye instill your money? What are we telling them? A money memenina. There are some mothers today who have sons. And so mama mema and yahri will fear woman ko jade. Baba ma dear, it won't cost yana dear mammy. Woman ko jade. And that is the root cause of a lot of these things, because you're teaching your kids, your place is to go study hard and make money and all of this. Will buy a semi to you. Or buy some fast one is what be jad and one be soon bema. Never will be a woman at 10 beer. That is number 1. Number 2. Missy Baba. Yeah, wa unim so wa secondary school, wa St. Roses, St. Louis. No we no Kotek. Kumasi Legon. Enkran Legon, Cape Coast Legon. Yeah, wa unim say akola ni school fees kra, wo no wakwaji credit union loan na wodi tia. Nti akola no ni tro ni kapre. Na china obeba na no okuta iPad, wa china no okuta tablet, ade tia okuta wei. And now what class I say how can a student afford land when you're studying? If he and answer buy a juma or TDC. buy a juma or bank kranwa was started for fronwa and yes sika bebrebe bia na de mani pan. We all know what people's salaries in Ghana are like. Then you know why ni. And if your daughter is coming back home, your son is coming back home with things that you know are not commensurate with salary and nipaninya, and answer position no and nipanuomu ubisa questions. And answer as a parent, no, would you tum a budget so why dear, so it's me and yas dear. Some parents go to the extent of saying, "Me vanity, you are smart." Say smartness, they say the rate at which you can open. And no, yes, and no smartness, no. With me, BM bagaya 180 degrees are you're smart. And omo kato mune woman in Yansan. That is what we are teaching today. And unfortunately, no, we are surprised, say, and near maybe say, kosu, where your community, no, mama, why are we surprised? It's cheating, no, a shall see a free fee, yang. If you entity, no, and a honor cheating and starty free. Papa for no one in a year atena, abrasam nanimun fifri. Only your batna, where dino cramau, be bien wa, or fanny home camel, be a whoopee be our yet the mouse, so still. No, I fetch it. On the way out back, no, the way out me, no, no, I will me and I'm not trying to pick on anyone, but one of the institutions in Ghana, what may are very, very notable for Sadian. Hey, a sebi in previous and soldier for any police for Tankophone. Almost say uniform fe. Free papa non swa be seen and necra their time. How many military guys do you know? I want to need in Kwane or when the bonfire baby and in the cheek, be our own Colamians, or then no one. Woman, awesome. But your friend, a lieutenant colonel, your friend, a general, your friend, those titles. How can somebody who does such a thing deserve our titles? Police food swas, pepe. Ministers, they say. Sabi impressed the assign a man penning for any baby, they say. Inti say president, parliamentarians, politicians, politicians, na woman bi. Na say military, police for ubaya and one way and in and if you are doing it, why ye be about besia, uba bear my ye bia. A dear ma sempan into bit me, I can't tell uba bear man. And answer ubaba. Hard work isn't celebrated anymore. Hard work. So we do one thing, be year jumading. And these are all some of the things that are causing these unfortunately disgraceful and distasteful things to continue to happen. Where you chrome? Sister Fozzy, I said the truth is what you are saying. Sister, mean to me in travel to. Some parents even push their younger ones into this. Na say na baso. Ohienti. I said be in prayer dear sir. Se pa se toto ida hoi pa na me de be kwa ye sa de na pa jiska pa na me din aba be da ho na me ye me ho flashy ne dear sister. Me di me soja. Amenko amatena e de ma ho odin ni me moja apre apenya metimi e de ama me ho. All these earthly possessions kwa na ade ko. 6 feet eno enie utikra anye ya intimi ndege 6 feet ne nyina ye miensa bia ne adaka no bekom no ani asesa anu agusu ye de ode to obi de so nti wiase aho prepare de ne nsebunu ya ye de nyina ne nyina no obi anye obi a. The cemetery and the grave is the leveler. Ye mu bebre bobra ne te se ye wuni ye kwa obi ni ho aye kwa ko bunko mpa bi di amani pakro. Say I just cannot understand. I can't understand. Nyamisro eni say sro no a na ewo ho me ma breso time na me ye totofifi ana me nyini no. Say ni ho biem. Mrantia ne mama wa no maba 18 19 say baba mu ne de a whole minister ebi I found minister of health ni afa say bra be ye na be chire se ne be ye health care ne niam afa na wo akoba bibi na wo akoye. I mean, as a champion of health in a year sexually transmitted disease a fa health wo ye enti wo ye fa champion say be ye health representative. What are you teaching? Akwa sorry them so. Deacon, deaconess, bishop, prophet, pastor. Mo amoye nyamesomfo a mo be ka nokre no mo di nokre ni yen ye de mo aye limelight ni example ni asuasua mo. This attitude has even penetrated the church. The church. Ebi fa ma ne mema nyina osofo ebi mo ye trumutru nyina ka ho. E kan ye yire no ho. Some of the stories that happen behind closed doors I'm privy to no. Edding. Oko kan mema ne se wo mo variety. Because wo mo nko na benkwan funu wo mu. Amo se de bia toto baako, we di toto baako abejimi. Are you crazy? But almost wo mo refi say wo ma baako no yen so funu yen. We also get fed up with the same thing all the time. But wo ba de wo ba wo se wo do no kreso wo pese wo ne wo tena de. Wobefa wo ma baako no asa no atena ho akosi wiase awie nti ade nti na won so la soup no wontimi ne sa wo pa abe wo ba abe katikonto wo penkate wo pe jollof wo pe check ni nyina ka ho wakotete yare bi firi baabi na wo de abesan wo yire mobro wafo a wo ti ne fi a wo dwene ne ho. These are some of the things that are happening in our society today. Nti abusuafo, situational relationship no. What can we do about it? E dey na ebetimi aye. E dey affair no ho. Mhwehwe mu aye mpense mu no. The only thing that a Christian sister could come up with ne say esesa wo bom paye ni Nyankopon ma spirit of discernment. Ni Nyankopon wotimi bua na bie wani yi. Na ahwese abrantie yi a wo si mepei. Papa yi a wo pese wo ne metene. Abrantie yi a wo ba mabrabo mu. Is he the right person a wo ba no aba be elevate me wo life mu anas wo de me kose yiem. Because no kra na wa asem ni mu ni nyina ne se me nua ba ma. Me nua ba wotie me. One of the most important life decisions I will be I may affect send our brabo no ebekwa akosie no eya aware any relationship wudi uti ebekwa akoshem wudi uti koshem na ekoyi ma wo in the next 20-30 years no wonyame be pejamo as a couple no wetu ne nhire aguso e pejamo akosi baabi bi sa pepepe nso no wankofa papa na akọware utamfo a wa brabo ni nyina ye bisimi basa na nyame ehu mobo na wentimi am pick you up from the ashes no one say nya ejina bra na wa brabo ni o destiny nyama nka wo betimi afofile wasase so nyina na bibia ye basa e di ama bebre omugu psychiatric. That is their story. Emma bebre ne wo mo hye fom because of problem bi a wo be ma we de ne kofa mu. That is the reason. If there is one most important decision wo as oba wo as bema wo be ye wa asase so a, it is marriage. Any committed relationship bi a wo de wo ho be kwa akodi. You have to be very particular about any no a you are saying I do to. When nipa no obedo wa kosi wiase awieye. Enipa no papa mu o bani mu o wane obetena de anase ne na ye hyrem na nufuo ni sisi so ne de wose wa ne wa wo mienu wie na ete na enufuo na no na hwe south no a wose wo mpe biem sese wo hu nya akolo biem ti wati asi abontene. Oba no a wakofa no a ne ho bo din wonim se wo salary ne kura ntimi nhwe a wo borrow sika wo de hwe ni we ye sure so wo chena mo ware wie. Some men go out of their way to please women. Yes, wo benya na ware ne ho ya me fe and now very dear I have to have her at all cost. Brother, when this sister no wo de salary ni na hwe ni wie na to Brazilian hair ne false nails ne high shoe mo cars ne ma ni wie sha na se chena wadwuma say we yare a wo beda ho de wo chena na kwakudo nsio ne nya adwuma biom ntime ma ne tiri so biom a wo bayi wo betime no watena e di nokra ma wana. Ask yourself these questions. Beauty and afefe de it's only skin deep. Emra me nya 20 years no. Oh. Say me ho ye fe. I'm still 24 but time na me sa time no. Kuya sika na me nso misisi me ho so kakra. Manim se akura nyina nso na efe kakra. Ho fe ni big san ka ho. Ena me nyam fi aduonan. Baby ana me wo 20 no. Nye ho na me da so wo. Ahoɔden bi ne nneɛma bi ana nka metimi ye de 20 na 40 mitimi nye. Because body no as we're growing no go changing scenes of life esesa. Intimenya bema obeti asie. Esese ne ono nso na ne tiri ho na owo full head of hair afro na ne tiri ho apayi a mete ho saa no. Saa nso na me nso mefu ayese banku nei sebio ayem mre kranti e be yese tuoza afi ni pay. Wobefa ne saa no atena me ho saa na. Mitoto no ananka wo ho 20 years na so aye black na nesu afudwene wobefa ne saa atena ho saa na. These are all questions we need to ask. And sana what can yes e di akire obi. Sister, ene wako university awie. Ene wa ye masters. Ene wako poly, we have vocational skills. Woni maduane noa. Woni mhweye kra betimi aso ice water. Enso koshia brother no. Brother ni di back axils na ehye woto na sisi so na chie na wapel no waware wa otifie nti wo se yento nwom ne mfamfrew. Enipa adwen timi sesa se nea mabɔ me nsa no obi adwen timi sesa. Nti be ma ne wotie na wose manya adwuma atena fie hwefie no na mehwew no wo betimi ahwew akosi wiase awie ya na so di no kra ma wo na sampa wone wo nko ana betena exclusively a won kofa foforo ni wachi kra wonye nyame be ma ne betimi awu at any time oba no nso betimi awu at any time. Nti sister me bisa o say security be na wo ese wade nyina wani daso uhu ahwani wowu a eden na be. How are you going to survive if your husband suddenly dies and you're saddled with a mommy and sa ube yet den wakopi? It is about time ayenye man we also start finding ways ayenso so ye be enterprise ni eja kwadro ni toto bie by heart no na jinsem ajinsem glorified ashawo na say abagana na yentimi mfre ukoka was you be a slave queen no. It is becoming unbecoming. Let us call a spade a spade. We ukoka na obi bu afu obi nim so a slave queen or a side chicken ti asem na make an chining ti no na ne bu afu, but the truth has to be called what it is. The fact is I won't cross a line. The fact is nipa ne ba ofie na obi emuma no na moye ho ahwan nyina no wo bohye na enu nti wo sika wo de koto dan no. Eni nipa no a wo hye efre ne sen efre ne sen slim efre ne sen shorts wa wo disi abontene mini skirt no a wo de salai wa abontene no nyina mo ye the same. There's no difference because mo nyina the same thing na mo ye. At enedie ashawo bibio ye slave queen. By not calling it ashawo no, people think that suddenly makes it acceptable. But ashawo. There's no difference. I mean, it's about time we begin to teach ye money market to us. Totomu bieno is not the way to do it. It's not the dignified way to do it. Your morals na ya to actually no. Ni esuensu abrofo die. Abrofo system ene wo die. Difference wo mu o. Mo amoti Ghana no ma menka asem nkyere mo difference wo mu. Ghana ho na osie na wodi utoto asi abonten a wo bo ni donkomi. Yare bi bo hepatitis yo, HIV yo, AIDS yo na beda ho a. Can you afford to treat yourself for the next 30-40 years? Retroviral drugs ni nra egugu ha say abrofo ni bi betimi afford ato no wo a wote Ghana no so no. Can you afford it? Papa no so ode yare ne bebre no yare ne ba ya toto no start say so nsuo no obeja ho. Na de yare abon de ho anepe. Obeja ho without even blinking an eye. What are you going to do? I'm asking you. Tiama, you must shine your eyes. A dear batra heaven, and then nkofo kununum na ye didi wo mo didi sika firi o nsem no. What goes around comes around, sister. Ebeya adwen ho mpre. Think twice about what you're doing before obetu sa na mo na. What to? Nkofo bi firi say yes nka AIDS asem bio, nka hepatitis bio, it's not even a thing. It is still very much a thing. Hepatitis no cry worse see AIDS in my opinion. Because I know it goes straight for your liver. Liver no so ye ba akope. The liver no say ya, we ye, you are done. They say ferry be any just open. Tony just as exercise book a flippy page. No flippy page no. Enipa no a wo bie wa deja mu di akire no is the person even deserving so obehu ahem. Nipa no kra wa ye hwan. What are his values? What done it to my ben nipa no wo ma wo. Papa no a wo pe wa deja mu ahwe no, does he even think about you? Is he proactively thinking about you? So, sister ya menya ni ya me penasemi. Me peso ono nso enya kanko na brabo mu. Enti me support no wetimi aye business bi. Me peso ono nso di ye. And I say nipa no wone wo for what they stand to gain from you. And then me man no maba ne bebre no ehunu ne say young girls a wonko awoti a wonni ba na wonko awo ho no wo sika. Ebi ono nso so wabọ na brabo ni bimsi basa nti woni bi nti ba wo ba wo ho nyina no wusika no wo ba bepe nya pe bi no ope wo enemrem emema ni bebere beji sika no wo ho. And the most annoying and painful part of the whole thing is wo where you yam fine e de do no obeji sika no wo ho a no de akodi oba fofrechi So you are paying for will be G-string, will be mocas, will be tight, will be hwan a wɔhyɛ a wɔde yi wo kunu ɛfɛ wɔ kɛtɛ so wɔ baabi bi no ɛna woyɛ enabler ɛna wo sponsor. So those of you women who don't know, I am telling you, making pepper them pan and make them, and I'm just waiting to expect all the insults and comments that I'm going to get. But you know what? I don't give a toss. Because for thou shalt speak the truth, and the truth ye free. Ashawo na dɔɔso, esisie na dɔɔso, kwasiabuo na dɔɔso abusua. Ɛmaa no yɛ wɔ ha no, we must shine our eyes o. Ɛsɛ sɛ yɛma yɛni da hɔ. Ama yɛafa ofufuo le akyɛ. Ama yɛdi free akyɛ. Begin to use your head. This head you've been given. Use it. Nafa pɛ bibi papa bi yɛ with your time. Jai se kotie bia baba be si upe bia no pene so e man do adagya ko kire no. It's enough. It's enough. I want variety. No enso ha. We see demand and supply. Se nkomo ba demand no na supply bia ni ho ankomo nyina be jai. But esi nya ama beye. Ama nya efia beyo. How is this thing ever going to stop if we don't come together as a force to stop this nonsense from continuing? Remember, where have your morals gone? Where have these morals, discipline, discipline no ananke wo ye ya mamre mu ne society mu no enne sa discipline where has it gone? And what are we doing about it? What are we going to do to bring this discipline back into ye those of you who are parents, those of you who have children, begin to instill this discipline in them. Aba. Mema mpanimfo minister mpanimfo esese nya buo ne de de ma wo mu. Sese toto a obi adi bi na won so so wodi. Shame on you. Some people think that they have women or assault line. We ho. But what some men are also forgetting is just as you have got this woman now, who free say we dey na to option. Also, so as I say, we option. Don't think that you are the only one. The fact that you have options and think that she is being exclusive to you. Oba toto we mita bia mo ho. Esese sebi kwaku donsi o 9 ekomu a mark bi o ho a ye mark say we kwaku donsi o 9 ewom. There's nothing. Remember, no Mufri said they are cheating on their wives with some other woman and think that that other woman is being exclusive to you. I'm here to announce to you, say, send your option, an option. Don't think that you are the only one. Don't think that. As I say, man, so. Send your member nothing can say or dear Siabontin, and money being so dear Siabontin, sa pepe. Or no, so Mr. Odini, Mr. Otiani, Mr. Hwan, any na come. So you are also just an option. It is about time. It's about time as Ansim Hunin Kwasia Seminano. Yet it is so because it's just so disgraceful and distasteful to see, say, and memory 21st century near maybe say, El Kokoso. Nka say cheating ni abrochire. Nka say infidelity ni abrochire, but abrofo no aka ma ebuo ni de kakra wo ho. As wrong as it is. Yeah, de aginsem. There's no dignity and respect about the armed forces. Any friend is police services. Woman from a subesi form. Papa omu sa. Omu It's really bad. Osofo a osi nyame afrem. Na ye nyankopon representative asasi so. Wo nso ye bi. Aba. Obi amforce wo. Wa na aba ye na nsi nyame afrem. Enti wo nyame a wo frɛ wo no. Saa nyame a wo frɛ wo, on na si wo say yes ade we. Nyame a wa frɛ wo no. Ono na si fa sofo maame achi. Na koye turumutu abonten. Asan fa betena fie. Ono na si kofa slay queen miensa enan. Ukoka obi kura beka kire o say David. No woye man after God's own heart kra no. Woye enti ono yo ya. What is the difference between David and you? Anye bi efre David. Udin e di David ana. Sister Resisi, imagine a married man crying because his side chick is cheating on him. Now whether I honwa kobo bi no ka say wo de ono wo de twen wo nko ama wo de wa ba ba yo. Eye obufu ye tan cry. That thing just pisses the hell out of me. Senia ono nso so ye option ma wa ye alternative. Mrs. Anya side chick be ye no. Sa nso so na won nso so Mr. So and so. Unso wanya obi wo ho. Inti mumi enu nyina, you are not being exclusive to each other. I don't see where the crying should lie here. Papa anya hwe aboni nso nya hwe. Inti those of you cheating on your wife and having options. We wa ha. Mmeme bi wo ho akro bi o mbekọ so bia ye wo mpana wo ho. Ma me nka nkyere o se wo free sa akro no so a wo so ye option ate. Yes. Mmema no amune mo yire muti UK, Germany, France, US, Canada, Australia. Na mo san wo option wo Ghana. The only time you to you is when you are on holiday awaba. Wo ba no kwa ba kono nso wo ho. Mienu no nso wo ho a mo nso fire abrawo ni ho. So just know that. Know that. Na te ho asesa. Yesu a wo sun ye nye ode. We was sombone sutro. Because me, I don't know what the crying is about. You do me, I do you. God no vex. God no vex. To me, the one of the things here is that we women just need to arise and empower ourselves. Number one. What's the means of surviving? You better find one. And no sano. Ukunu kofa wechi. Yesi ani hu enye time. Ukunu fa wechi. Now wo hwe se wuntimi, at least you have an option. I'm not sitting here promoting or encouraging or telling or suggesting to anybody so nko jani kunu. I know your wo decision say wo make. Wo decision say wo make. Ba me te hey na me ye madwuma. Me hwa me ho. Mete me ho ne mase na aba ma brabom na abefa machi dia me gye okwan. Because ye wiase ayehu. Ekora me ho nhye da mfa me sa. Unkofa yare kotete yare fon bia o ba bia mfa mre me. Emete me nkwa na so no thank you. Atimu amote ho amanya hwe amoda amukunu no. So kodu a obere kwadi se ukunu ne kotoba. Eho na cheating ne bam no okoye kokanyame ani a wontimi nya ho hwe because ukwa woni ba bia wokoda. Wo maybe kra ka ho de ani ajegon because there's nowhere for you to go. Why a provider? And he as provider, no, whatever shit he dishes out to you, no, it's a so fancy because when you say, you know, none of me is idea. I betray. They suffered the consequences of heartache and maybe na do baby not to say ya bia with me who say ni na ye stress ni ya wa or fair munti and the man be ban sa. You're sure seminana. Kono nso ti bi nya kwan ko school ni bi. Esua ade papa bi wɔ n'adwuma nka tantade a wohu ye. Nkono nso apɛ option de ama ne ho nti me yɛ me ho aduro firi hɔ. Ehye me ho bɔ sɛ no matter what happens no. Tena fi a menya hwee. Ma gugu fie, ukunu no mo chiti amoye. All you're doing is just sitting and whining and complaining and crying. That is all you're doing, but you're not doing anything to empower yourselves and solve your problem. Okotiti bibibia, mumu bi oho a, o de ho kame no a, o ma o chop man ni. Nti okoye no okofefa nneema bi ne infections bi fi abonten a, no de abema free. Because there's just simply no option. Morals and so no. It is about time we uphold them. About time. Ejija nneema bi ato baabi akyɛ. Mmara so sɛ saa nneema no a na ɛwɔ yɛamammerɛ mu a yɛ nananom kyerɛ yɛn no. We have to go back. Yes, saa nkɔfa wɔ hɔ yɛnkyiri. It's about time we go back and go pick up some of those things and bring them back into existence right now. They say nso so no, saa a friend is saying sexual fantasies hunu a abɛwiase no. Ehia nyame. Ehia nyame. Mmarima toto kɛseɛ da hɔ. Emu kama. Wɔse wɔn pɛ. Ɛhɔ nyɛ tight enough. Na hwan na kɔ bie mu? Wɔbaa ne nhyia wɔ no na toto na emu abie. Nyɛ ɔna akɔ bie mu. Wabie na wasɛ mu awie no deɛ. Ate aka no so. Wokɔfa foforo. Na wo deɛ ohyia wo na you had a full head of hair. Na pot belly woni bintie no na 6 inches ne ti bi kom full length no. Ya say wadi banku adi fufu anom nsam wafu adoa no. So what ho saa. 2 inches pe na aka eye ne ti mi kɔ no a wafa ne saa. Nti ade nti na wo nso so wo mua wo yiri. Na pelvic exercise ene hu kro ne ba ene ne nkɔ jogging wo si wa ye kɛse aboa no na ɔntwe na wo a wo ka ho bi no wa ye saa. Na ye fa na fa wa ade. Ejai sɛ wo de hyehyɛ nneema bi na wo fa excuse to misbehave. Because bibia wo begu asase so bia no I can promise you will reap it tenfold. Benya ho akatua wa asase so ha. Wo konso so a wasan akotoa akatua no so wɔ hɔ. Na hu nkrɔfo bebre a omo kɔfefa omo yere mu akyi ɛkɔwo mienu wa ha baako wa ha miɛnsa wa ha ɛnan wa ha ɛma ahodo bi enum. Efe ni later days no na yare huhuhuhu bi abɔ no ɔdada. Ma ne baako pɛkora ni ne ho. So what was the point of all of that is what I'm saying. And so to crown it all this evening, as someone can say, Emma, it is time for us to be empowered, begin to take a rightful position as a nipa, because when Yankupon bo send so and was say and he set you apart. Stop behaving like I'm being harsh, but you see what Jenny? That is the difference between yen nipa and moi sebi imprediasa. What's kakre yo chichire? Arise from the ashes and stand on your own 2 feet. That is what represents a strong woman. And then no, any Yankupon sheshe ewo. Wode wahwe aseɛ yɛ wo dabra sister ye besu ama o ne besu ama o kyena ye ntimi nsum ma o the third day nso so. Weeping endures for a night and joy comes in the morning. But saa joy ne beba igina nea wo anamo a wo betu ho. Wonyankopon twen se wo betu judia na mo. If you don't act, faith can only take effect with action. Action ignite faith no. Ema ne timi ye niema. Mma bebre ho no mu a ni kunu kofa ne ho a kofa na chikoya na wa beda ni mmeko leader. Good. Prayer meeting bi ani ho a wonko bie. Eno ni na re chichire. I get it. Bible study bi ani ho a wonye leader. I get it. But wo ye Bible study no eni adichire no eni esun mama agunyame so wie bom paye no a wutu gidi anamo bi ana, or do you just remain and wallow in your niema wo? Because that is where a lot of women fail. Wompe no wo tia no wo su erade humimobo and you're doing nothing. God is there ready, so what do watch de no be ma, but wutu gidi anamo into any other. Blaming the guy and being bitter and crying every day does not solve anything. Remember, ni bi wo kra wo su a wo ye bitter no na wo ho ye tan more na why your ho se boso more nti wasam man no momentum so won continue no anya ne o ye wa abontene. Onyankopon say vengeance is mine, I will repay. You are not the person that will be tiasa aka. Nti susu fasa asem we si wutiri so. Obi beka se wo na wodi na wonim fa ho. Sister, brother, abrabo mu nsem. Lessons are memekuya mesua in the last 20 years of my life. Eno bi. Na me di chill free. And there are lots of things that go on. You don't have to wait until sa two and sa na baby wo mu awafa. Obi oho no mu a o ka awo ne basem a say na wo ba be na what do you know about being a parent? What do you know about being a mom? Stupid. Do I have to be a mom? I don't. But me so kakra na afa mani ase ni nti no. Na hye me ho den. Ma chichire me re. Me di nyame asem na chichire me re but ensi ho a me tu gidi anamo no wetimi afa so ahyira me ama meduru ba bi esese me duru eno na me pese yen ma na ye e ma ko leader ne ye is good nyame misro no, but wesro nyame na wie no, what are you going to do? Are you still going to sit at home and do nothing? 5 hours na no na fufu si phone so di ukunu ho konkwansa enema be ma ne di aye ofiti 19 chobo eni na waka ne nyina ho asem akwa akosi o kan wie na ye den. Sister Racy, I love you back. I love you back. Although I know it's bitter. I know say yeah, but I have to tell you the truth. The only way to survive, the only way to thrive, the only way I will betimi abo abrabo ne nyame fra o da bia wetimi anya nkunta pa bia bu no ene se won ka ware ho ne fom na wokotoye no de momu be sore no wetwitwi aprapra nua na firi uto ene ba bia wo to fom ne toye na afei batu gidi anamo be ma ni be chiti a sister. But how you react to the situation is what makes all the difference. Because you can go into a marriage with the best of intentions. You can go into a relationship with the best of intentions and give it all. But the fact of the matter is that you cannot control how the other party chooses to treat you and treat the marriage or relationship. What you can do though is to react to the changing and the only way to do the right thing by you is to be empowered. It will not continue. There are some women who are sitting in marriages enslaved to it. Right under your nose. And you can't do anything about it because woda bema no. Say bia e wo bibia ye ho. Discipline no ho me nkyere mema ne ma ne nyina bema bu ho enye obia na sese kwaku donsu wukoyi kyere no wo ba bu ho enye bema bia ene akola a woye no twa ne dru mpani fie so na ye adwumaden efa pre wo de nkonko bata obi ade ho wanko sre no me bia ma ho. These are all values we need to teach. Yeah, mothers set good examples. Say working hard work pays. I am the way I am because me or mommy ne papa bia or ma who ni or hard work is what has gotten them where they are. Nti me nso me pe bia me nim sa hodene me say me pre me hodene no enno ene ma me niema me hwehwe o me life mu. Me see so me hu say ma me ko bi etoto ma obi a ka me papa ho. Me hu se me papa ekofa side chick bia koma na koma ni sika bia de ayehwe adwumaden ya. Aware mu wonsem. It's people who are truthful to our spouses no. No omo ka omo tibo mi ya ade ese joint unit no many years later omo timi san tena se ka omo tibo omo sre. Enti me meti hoi ma wofo emfi aduonu nan enan yachi no womo date sa awarefo 44 years of marriage. It is possible. It is doable. Abrewania kokra boga, it is doable. Inyina ne enipa wone ne wo commitment ne buo ne ni dia e family no ni nyina e de mass a commitment no. Discipline, respect, and valuing morals. And the commitment and the of marriage. Yes, the vows of marriage, respecting that. Understanding asemu a wo kan na wo be diso papa mu obani mu. Eno eni aware. Until those who are fortunate, those who have the spirit of discernment, womo omatimi di omani atoto form no omatimi afa papa no. Omutimi ye emani ye. And that's one sign because those good happy marriages, they exist. It is hard work and team playing and it's manisi. It's my challenge to you is, are you prepared for that kind of a marriage? And then nyamia ba ye befrɛ wo sɛ wo so marriage no ɛyɛ no bia na. Almost yes, and they fallen out of love. Were you even in love in the first place? Ene wodonu akwa say definition of love ye oba otimi beba mu yie ma wo. Eni bema wotimi si so anadwumu ni nyina edo no eno no, but mudi mu hu wi then what? So kopim ka ho ma ne so, but so kopim is not marriage. Pupo bi o de besi so pampan na jo anope wi anwumre you, that is not marriage. Nti ene no kotua ka na kopo obi no onye no, if that's what you want. That's when you abre. Esa opo obi a woni na etena bobra na maya afa dia. Ono ne setoto ni ye bonus. Kwaku donsio na bonus. There are so many other more important enema. Esa se odwene ho. Enipa ne sika 70 say nipa ne buo ni die ben na owoma me asoba. Menene wo ho na ye sum no pese me sum no you see me ana se eye team work menua ema ye nyina ye didi wi a me kunu be so me mu ame ya hohoro nchanse mu ana me no aduane no snow wa abonten no me kunu no nso kotiti snow no wa abontene ana me na me ye ni nyina etil say e matiti a me ye homework a me bo obiti no me kunu nso so esi nkola na niema ana me si omo niema a me ye aduane no me kunu nso te ho eye homework ana eye teamwork. These are all things that you need to look at Sana ade ho akwa akodum. Na cheating bi amba ambe cheating. Nti ama betuma yen, emema betuma mo. Mo ani na ho. Shine your eyes well. Sana wakwa akofa ne yemfa de abeton ho so. Na ba be yesudie ne tipaye. Na asese bi okoko atia oto a utu firi ho a enyiye. De ama ho. Asasi so ayewe, life is passing us by. Na me kan say ahofe no na e wo 20 years ago. All those ahofe no da so ho, but we ye 40s ahofe. Menye 15, menye 18, menye 21 biom. Ampa say my year packaging no ho ayefe, but no kura ni nyame anim no. Nyame mekua metie no. Bema wote abrabo ase. Bema wo wotema. Bema osuro nyame, bema wo do. Ya ye do kan. Ya se me mekua mekuta poma kra ne nanti a ohu he can see beyond poma no. Aka se sister ne kuma mu ye. Me ne betena sa. Just obi sa. Ena obetimi ne me mekua sika yatena. No bi a wo bedwene situational circumstantial obey kro betimi a wo ama me nie. Obey kra na say. Ena oba no kra to say there be. Eno nya right fit mame. And this is all wisdom I've picked up along the way. Into me too, fua. As a younger person, I would see me. If you fall into the same trap and do the same mistakes, you will be no. Now also be repeating it. See, and not just a one case and pad ye be a sian. Penyan se be a hun. So I say, experience is the best teacher. No, maybe nene because obi afa ade bi mu akota amena bi mu no otufu a esese wo fa na wo nso wan repeat sa ade ti mu a mu bedi matem ni matem nko emfa me ho enti me coat kra but no kra ne de meka SS Slay Queen na ya shawo enti ye fre Asha Slay Queen so wani nya ma ho so se enam si ato ni din fufuro bi nti no ugu so eye de a sister mpa chewe ya Asha wai ti ubeja ye jai nso ye adwumaden a onyame betu ni nhire gu adwumaden na wo ye no so at some particular time when God thinks emre na so no a wo be hira wa ma wo nso so asase no wo nso watimi atobi wai Ejai say wo try say wo be repeat wo baby a wo nso ye. Me enjai sa de no. Bia asam nanim fifire no. Let that person enjoy the fruits of their hard labor. Uko wie obi ade a. There's punishment for that one. Afa afedie nyina no ye hunu ne se ye mfa nkọ baby a. Enti one kasa pew de with the talents that you've been given. Stop stealing what doesn't belong to you. Therefore, I hope that certain things have been learned from what I've said today. I hope say a friend is saying nyansa bi ni ade bi baako mienu bi amaka no wo de betu kotodwem de abobra na kowani. We ni yi a no afa wade. Join forces with your spouse. Na monka mo tiri ne mo nsa ne mo ho nyina mfa mbom na monye nenye yi na ye yi amo ana mo dia na wofo e wo mo ye wo man nan ye sese ye nyina obi anya ne ba bia gine wo mafa efe enti ene me nso me pania me papa ne me maame example no wo mo set ye na no bi na me nso so me hwehwe igusu a me hwem ye nyame pa nso enye obi obehye mani onyam saa no atena me nko a me ho Se mefuna yese TZ o, se ayese banku o, se tise fufuo dokono, obetena ho saa. Ami nso matena ne tipaye, ene na fudo nsuo se ninsa bosumi nsia no. Me nso mefa ne saa no matena ho saa. If we say a life, changing scenes of life. Yes, that is life. Nti abusua, wonyankopɔn hyira ye nyina na wonye ekese. Yakoma so abisade nyina na wonyame. Wonyama yen. Bibi a wo pɛ na asase so bi a wankasa. Wode wahoɔden yɛ no. Wonyame wo nhyira so. Sɛ ekwen ni ahyawo ne de. Ɛyɛ ahyawo o mumienya ye o tom na mmoa yen. Maka. Pepper them. I don't say I'm finished. Wonyame nhyira wo. Sika educate na ɛwɔ Facebook no mesrɛ wo follow page no. Na fe YouTube. Mo amonye da anye Facebook fo no kokko subscribe wɔ YouTube. Video CB. Ene ne keka ho topics ahodoɔ bebree egu hɔ. Mo nso tie bia. Wo befa mu aba bi. Na fe nso so watimi nso ahya ma wo nua bi. Na ono nso afa mu aba bi. Mesrɛ wo. Subscribe why? Subscribe. Me dɔm nyinaa. Na mo ana mbɛboa me. Enti wonyame wonhyira ye nyinaa. Na de panchi ye nyinaa. Bye bye.
Sika educate, yeah, what Facebook, YouTube, and Insta. Sika educate, yeah, cassava, abomde, our real impunto. Sika educate, or don't come up, run, yeah, who are true. Sika educate, Unyane baby, Sika educate. Ain't like you page, you know, I am vibe. But more than YouTube, subscribe it. Sika educate is the name. All our man source and the camp. Inspiration, motivation. Modern education. For Canada, when it's here, or don't come or Ekusika Deva. For Canada, Bema Jai, or don't come or Ekusika Deva. Sika educate, yeah, what Facebook, YouTube, and Insta. Sika educate, yeah, cassava, abomde, our real impunto. Sika educate, or don't come up, run.